Yo, what is poppin' YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here. COVID sucks. No other way to put it. It sucks. It's been a couple weeks since I uploaded, but here we are, back at it again, as promised. Infernoble. Let's go. Okay. We got a combo tutorial for you guys, but the combo tutorial is not originally mine. This comes from a player called Hunter Lloyd. He did his combo tutorial on a smaller channel known as Pillow King. So go check out his channel and all that. The reason why I'm doing it is because, you know, I have a bigger channel, more eyes on it. I want more people out there playing Infernoble and get people off Drytron. So, anyway, guys, I want to also just give a nice thank you to you guys who subscribe to the channel, support me, and all that good stuff. Even though I have not been the most consistent in 2020, that has been apparent. But I thank you guys. I'm in the process of about to move again, so I've been working a lot more as well outside of COVID and stuff. So, you know, please bear with me. This is chaotic time right now, for me especially. So, anyway, alright, let's go to the laboratory, and you will see some different variations from Hunter Lloyd's combo. So, at the very least, you got some different attacks and variations from me. So, let's go. Alrighty, folks, here we are in the laboratory where good things happen, as per usual. So, all you really need for combos like this is tier skills or torn skills, whatever you want to call it. You can do other combos with like Dolph connector and stuff, but how should I put it? They both have their pros and cons. You play them both, of course. One offers more than the other does in some areas, and other areas not so much. But since most of us already know what connector combos do, a lot of you may not have seen Pillow King's videos regarding tier skills. Some of you guys are probably not even familiar with DB Grinder either. So I'm going to basically just demonstrate how this combo works with torn skills. So we're going to summon torn skills. We're going to discard a card, and what you're going to end up sending is, of course, Ancient Cloak to the graveyard. Alright? Now you'll banish your Ancient Cloak. Oh, Cloak and Boots are right together. And along with 2 tier skills, which is kind of weird. No, I did not do a deck profile. So I'm going to be stacking. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and summon the Silent Boots. These are 2 warriors. You can normally make a Zold and, you know, make good stuff happen. But instead we are going to take those 2 and make a Cherubini instead, since it's level 3. This gives you a little bit more coverage for good reasons. If you're playing going second, for instance, and you have like useless equips in your hand like Phoenix Blade and whatnot, you can set them and essentially just play no board. Full of disruptions because you can keep sending cards to keep things on board, and have a good day. But enough of that. The combo may take a minute. And the good thing about Cherubini is you can, whatever you choose to send, is cost. So if your opponent has like an Ash or whatever, it really doesn't matter. So, and this also allows you to be a little bit more flexible in terms of having multiple ways to get to Needle Fiber and whatnot. We're going to go and banish Boots. And we're going to add Shade Brigandine to our hand from the deck. The reason why we got a Fog Blade in here, you will open some of this sometimes, but maybe we should just treat this like Garnet and all that stuff when it came to Brilliant Fusion. Except this literally makes the whole combo invalidated if you can't search. And Torn skills will activate since the Phantom Knights in the grave is banished. Hey, look, you have 2 warriors. You can turn those 2 warriors into an Isolde. If I can find it, there she is. Isolde is specifically going to search you got Phoenix Gearfried. I'll explain later why you specifically search Gearfried. Basically, just depending on what else is in your hand, but you still want to search Gearfried so you can have a follow-up. And you're going to use Isolde's effect. You're going to send 4 equips. You're basically going to send everything that's not DDR or Durandal. So everything else goes straight to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3. Metal Silver Armor is a cool card. Living Fossil, summon your Armageddon Knight. Now this is what Infernoble players are typically used to, is Arm Knight sending Plague Spreader. Now in this scenario, think of it this way. If they hand trap this Arm Knight, you still have access to Needle Fiber. If they hand trapped your Zold or whatever, you still have access to Needle Fiber and all that stuff. Cherubini guarantees you have access to Needle Fiber, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna go and send Plague Spreader Zombie. Now, the good thing about all of this is you can also make Appaloosa before committing to Needle Fiber at all, which means your Rorodon plays are safe. Now, this has been more than 5 summons, so if they did have the nib, they'd probably have dropped it before you even committed to Isolde. I'm not even all that sure exactly when they would drop it, but at a certain point, they would have to nib. If they nib at any point before this Appaloosa comes out, you are 100% fine, because you still have access to Needle Fiber and all that before summon 5, so you just link with the token and a fiber and you land full combo. So, now what you're going to do is you're going to banish Carbonetin. This is what, this is the tech I'm playing. Now Hunter Lloyd, he plays Galaxy Serpent, but I'm playing Flammable Guard for a different reason, because with his combos I noticed you don't make Roland at all. And yeah, we want to make Roland. And but there is some downsides to playing Flammable Guard as well, I will mention. Because if you don't open, if you don't have access to Armageddon Knight, i.e. Plague Spreader, but you have access to your tuner, this can kind of set you back a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Because you really need a level 2 tuner a lot of the times, and I'll show you where those instances are. But there are times outside of just this bare bones combo where the level 1 tuner comes up as well, especially when it comes to making like Arc Light and stuff. So it's just all like, they both have their pros and cons. This allows you to make Roland and still have full combo, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to top deck a card. Let's get rid of this. For Plague Spreader Zombie. Because what I noticed with this combo is at the end of his combo, he still had Plague just sitting in his graveyard. So it's kind of like doing nothing, and it didn't really... And you would want that Plague to just essentially make a Roland and all that stuff, but he didn't have the extra extender. But this way, you can make Roland and then make Fiber and commit to your combo. So Fiber, summons. Let's go ahead and speed it up just a little bit from here. There's not too much more explaining from this point. I will show you where it deviates though. So Rodon's effect's going to activate. You're going to summon 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. 001 summons. You're going to tune 2 of these bad boys. And you're going to make a Power Tool Dragon. Power Tool Dragon's effect's going to activate. You're going to grab Durandal first. You have 3 in the deck. You play 3. So it's not a big deal. Use Rodon's effect. You'll attribute the Power Tool and the Rodon itself. You want to keep the token on board for a very good reason. And that will be apparent a little bit later. So I summon Coltwing. Coltwing's effect's going to summon 2 tokens out. And this will trigger 001. Summoning it. And you will tune these into a second Power Tool Dragon. If you watch DB Grinder, you don't really see double Power Tool, but double Power Tool gives you the, how should I put it? It gives you a better board, and the equipped spells you're playing, they're all good. They're all good. So you're gonna reveal 3 DDRs, and you're just gonna grab one of your hand. So nothing too funny going on here currently. So we're going to go and banish Zold and Armageddon Knight for Phoenix Blade, so we can have an extra card in our hand to discard, because we don't want to discard anything else, of course. So we will go DDR pitch the Phoenix Blade for the Plague Spreader Zombie. Okay? Oh, these are banished, these are banished. Now what you're going to do is you're going to tune... You can tune either the Coltwing or the Power Tool, it really doesn't matter. You're going to make Charles first. This is the first level 9 sync you're going to make. Now you're, and this is falling off now. Now you're going to activate Durandal. Durandal's effect's going to activate. and you're specifically going to search Renaud, or as some people call it, Renaud. There's no L there, so I don't know why people say Renaud. But so now we gotta decide: do we want to summon the Renaud now? Well, we kind of have to. Reason being because we're going to end up playing the DDR a little bit later to bring back this Charles. So we're not gonna sink into Arclight just yet. But what we are going to do is we're going to top deck another card, just another blank for Plague. And then we're going to Synchro Summon, since Coltwing is still level 7 because you have a level 3 Mecha Phantom Beast on the field. You can summon a Shen Shen. For Overlay, make a VFD. We'll detach the Charles. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so now, from here, we have to sink into Arclight because that's going to put the only other warrior on the field that into the grave that we need to banish a Phoenix Blade. Because as you can see, there are no other warriors outside of Roland, and we are definitely not banishing Roland. So you're going to banish Renaud and Charles for Phoenix Blade, and you're going to activate the Phoenix or the DDR, discarding the blade for Charles. This is your combo tutorial for your bare bones combo basic board. So, before anything else happens, you're going to the end phase. You're going to Foolish. We're going to Foolish Durandal since we typically don't need another one. And for me personally, I play multiple Renauds because it just gives me the good follow-up. And here's where it gets good. You're going to use Charles, and you're going to equip Oliver from your deck, and you're going to equip that Metal Silver Armor from your graveyard. So with Metal Silver Armor, whatever it's equipped to, your opponent can't target any monsters on the field, or like on your field, or the graveyard. You know, other than the targeted monster, and of course we all know Oliver prevents that targeting. So literally it turns everything into just untargetable ships like Cosmos. And yeah, this protects you from droplets, of course, because you got Arclight, you have Appaloosa for the monster effects and all that stuff. So you're good. Like if you get Dark Ruler, who cares? VFD still resolves, and you're in a good spot. This beats back row, Arclight beats back row. You have the Roland to equip. Now, granted, okay, you may not need the quick effect. Okay, I understand. You may not need the quick effect for Charles because you have VFD. I understand, but it pays to be cautious. You know what I mean? It's always good to just be able to equip and, you know, just whatnot. But anyway, guys, so there is one. There's a slight variation you can do if you already have access to Renaud in your hand. So, like, let's say I already have Renaud in hand, or I had Heritage, Chalice in hand, or whatever. So I have, like, basically I have access to Renaud, and it's just, I already got it. So the variation of the combo I'd like to do is, okay, so you're at the Shen Shen, you're at the Charles, you got the Mecha Phantom Beast soaking still, and you got Renaud and all that. So what you would then do was, if you have Heritage in your hand, you could use that too, or you can use Durandal. And what I like to do is I have a Stolfo in my deck as a tech, because if you have access to Renaud, you can then just pitch the Gearfried for your initial DDR for that first play when you went into the Charles and all that. So now you have a level 9 in the grave, so you can banish summon a Stolfo, it becomes a level 9, and you can overlay and make a VFD and not even have to go for the detach, banish this, and, you know, use the DDR and just, you know, just use more resources out of your hand and stuff like that. Now you have a 1 material VFD in case you need to play the long game. Just, you don't have to do all that. So I play one copy of a Stolfo for this reason. It makes it a lot less resource intensive if you already have access to this card. And again, you got Rhoda, you have I play like 2 Renauds, I got 3 Heritage in the deck and stuff like that. Like, it's a good time. So now at this point, the DDR can stay in your hand. So if you have access to like any other extender in your hand, depending on what it is, you could just make another synchro. You can make a Savage or whatever. So that is a variation, an extra variation of the combo, just in case you guys are like, oh, wait, what if I already have access to none? Well, you save resources. Let's just put it that way. You know, if you have the extra extender or whatever, you got like a level 3 body you can put on the board, like Spell Striker. I mean, I'm debating on maybe playing Spell Striker again because of situations like this, to where I could just banish roll in, summon it back, and just summon a level 3. Like the Spell Striker makes Savage and all that, but that's a little overkill. I don't think it's necessary. But anyway, guys, this is your combo. So again, you gotta worry though, because with March, we get a ban list in March. Okay, this is probably gonna be on the chopping block. VFD is probably getting hit. So what you still safe from droplets at the end of the day. Even if VFD gets banned, you're still safe from droplets because you can just keep Shenshin on the board at this point and make it to where your opponent still can't send anything to Grievous Cost. But however, you do lose to Dark Ruler, which is the main issue. So, you know, I guess like when we hit February, I'm probably gonna spend the next month trying to go to a lab and try and figure out a way to not lose to Dark Ruler, like within combo, because you don't want to depend on outside cards that you can't access within your combo. You know what I mean? Because at that point, that makes it unreliable, and we don't like unreliable things. If it's unreliable, then yeah, you know the deal, guys. So anyway, that is just the basic combo tutorial, guys. I will catch you guys in the next Infernoble video. Alright, guys, did you enjoy the combo? Yeah, it's pretty spicy, but again, VFD is likely going to be on the chopping block for the March ban list. So, you know, we still have an option to not lose to Droplet, but we have to protect ourselves from Dark Ruler now. So, you know, again, last month of February, before the list, got to get down to the grindstone, try and figure out a way to maybe make our setups a little more flexible, like Adamantipator's, where you can just have a set Pandemonium and stuff to where you don't just completely lose and you still got something to hold off and ward off the opponent with. But anyway, guys, if you really enjoyed that video, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining my Discord, because yeah, I like talking with folks on Discord. And yeah, that's my other social media. You can really realistically reach me. I do not have an Instagram or a Twitch. I don't know how to use Twitch, so I'm a caveman. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, enough rambling from me. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jay Money, and I am signing out. I'm going on.